going on, YouTube universe? My name is Zirra, and welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen, to Zirra Reacts, the channel where we break down, interpret, and do whatever we have to do to videos on the internet. I am really keen for today's reaction because it's by a family band that many people might not know of. It came as a recommendation to me by one of my closest friends. He said, hey, if you're still doing reaction videos, and he probably thought that I stopped because there was a period of time where I dropped off the face of the earth here. I apologize. But my friend reached out to me and he said, if you're still doing reaction videos, I highly recommend you check out a family group called Missioned Souls. Sometimes the mother and the father get involved, but it's namely the sisters and the brother playing their instruments and absolutely rocking out in their home studio. And he said that they sound absolutely incredible. He said that the guitarist is only about 16 years old and could potentially be the greatest teenage guitarist currently in the world. So just based on that, very keen to check this out. And they're a full complement as well. We're talking bass, we're talking lead vocals, we're talking rhythm guitar, lead guitar, there's keyboards, there's drums. Then you've got the parents that come in, sometimes lend vocals, sometimes the father will get on the bass and then one of the daughters will get on the keyboard. They fully mix it up and change it up. And there is a plethora of songs over on their YouTube channel to go check out. I will link it in the description down below. Feel free to go show them some love if you enjoyed today's reaction video. But the one I landed on as my first reaction, because I'm planning on doing a few for this group, I'm Australian. It makes sense that we check out ACDC, right? And they're doing ACDC's TNT, which is absolutely synonymous with this band. If you go to check out ACDC and you do not hear them belt out TNT, you have been absolutely fucking robbed. I'm just wondering if they can capture the flair, if they can capture the essence, because a lot of groups that aren't Australian fail to kind of pick up on those nuances and sounds that are really, you know, homey and just comforting to us Australians here. So very keen to see if they hit the mark, and if they do, this very well could be a band, as I said, that we lock into and check out more videos of. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm definitely ready to take it on board. Before we dive on in, you guys know how it goes. Let's close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath in. Let's take a deep breath out. And let's sit back and take on board Missioned Souls cover of ACDC's TNT. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that sometimes the mother and father get involved with these performances, but I believe TNT is just the kids. So it's going to be the sisters on bass, lead vocal, and rhythm guitar, as well as electric guitar, and then the younger brother on the drums. And I've been told, as I said in the intro, this could very well be one of the best teenage guitarists in the world, but I've also been told that the little drummer boy goes absolutely hard as well. And it's going to be interesting to see how this comes across, because TNT as a song is about kind of Bon Scott and his rambunctiousness and the fact that he's like a bad boy, he's a filthy boy, he's a dirty boy, you know, sleeping with all these women, getting into fights, you know, he's TNT, he's dynamite, he's set to explode. So it's going to be interesting to see if that is kind of lost when kids are performing it, but if they can perform it well enough, instrumentally, vocally, they hit all those marks, this could be absolutely incredible. I'm really keen to see how a song that, you know, is so on the ear to Australians comes across from people that aren't Australian themselves. So that's the main thing. So here we go. Let's check these guys out.
Cause I'm TNT, I'm dynamite, TNT, and I win the fight, TNT, power load, TNT, watch me explode.
Okay, so far they're hitting the mark for me instrumentally. This is actually really solid, especially given they are so young. Now, I haven't looked up their specific ages. I should have probably done due diligence in doing so, but I want to react to more of these covers that they have done. So I'll have opportunity to do so between reactions. But so far, each of them play their instrument so incredibly well, and vocally it is hitting the mark. It's right in the pocket. It's not too far away from what the original is. It sounds like it should. It's a very well done cover, incredibly well done, especially given the fact that these guys are kids.
It's dirty, mean, mighty unwanted man. It's dirty, mean, mighty unclean, unwanted man. Public enemy #1. Understand?
What I'm really liking as well is this is a home studio that they're performing in, right? But yet you see here the bassist has a lot of personality about her. She's power stancing, she's kind of doing the splits, she's really getting into the groove. This is something that is going to hold them in good stead once they get older and they start performing to crowds. It's something that a lot of bands really hit and miss with, and it's why I talk up bands like The Warning that have grown up in this similar circumstance, which is why I'm checking these guys out as well. They have the exact same thing that The Warning is doing. They've got personality and charisma about them, and they've got presence. They know that they're performing, but they don't have to just be static because they're in a studio room. They're allowed to move around. They're allowed to have fun, and I think that's exactly what's happening here. I'm digging it.
So lock up your daughter.
As I just pointed out, I know it's a quick pause, but they cut to the fact that they're all smiling and they're just really enjoying it. And I think that's what comes across the most. When you're enjoying what you're doing, you are going to make the best out of any situation. So the fact that they're really loving what they're doing here and they're vibing with it, you know it's going to be a great performance. You know it's going to be an absolute banger of a track.
Lock up your wife. Lock up your back door. Run for your life. The man is back in town. So don't you mess around. 'Cause I'm TNT. I'm dynamite. TNT. And I'll win the fight. TNT. I'm a power load. TNT. Watch me
Oh, that's a solo that Angus Young would be proud of. That was incredible. We're listening so good that we're listening to it again. We're running it back a second time. They weren't kidding. That's just a sample taste of what she's capable of doing. Then we're going to be eating good when it comes to watching these kids perform. Holy shit.
power load. TNT. Watch me TNT. Oi, oi, oi. TNT. Oi, oi, oi. TNT. Oi, oi, oi. TNT. Oi, oi, oi. TNT. I'm dynamite. TNT. And I'll win the fight. TNT. I'm a power load. TNT. Watch me explode.
Yeah, I would be proud of that as. Oh, she was spewing. She was mewing right at the end. Holy shit. That was incredible. They are so in tune with each other. It is not funny. The rhythm and time that boy was keeping on the drums throughout the whole track was insane. The electric guitar solo was brilliant. The bass line chugged and came through so well. The vocals are great. These kids have me locked the fuck in. I am going to go through their catalog. We're going to listen to these kids again. That was absolutely incredible. I have linked their YouTube channel in the description down below. If you enjoyed that performance, I do urge you to go check them out, because the list of tracks that they have available to listen to runs deep. And as I said, there are different iterations of this kind of, formation. There's times where the father will come in and play the bass guitar, which means the sister on the bass moves to the keyboard. There is sometimes where the mother comes in and she does lead vocals, while the vocalist here does backing vocals, or does, subsequent like side vocals, like they share the load. This is going to be great to really deep dive and check out, because if the Warning have shown us anything, it's, being able to move from a studio and having fun with your sisters and your family can grow into something that turns into what I think anyway is a global takeover, a global phenomenon. Everybody's now getting warned with how good the Warning is. Mission Souls can now look to that as a guiding light, kind of like a beacon of hope, that they can transition from, studio and doing covers to doing their own songs, and then coming out and performing, and then growing older together and really embracing. I really hope that is what they do. I really do. Do hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you hit that like button down below. And if you haven't already and you want to get on board the community we are building together, hit that subscribe button as well. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.